I'm Celeste, and I am a childhood trauma recovery coach. And I'm currently working on a group community for women who have lived with childhood trauma and have recreated their family relationships in their love relationships through a period of time in their lives. That certainly is me, which is why I'm telling you this, because it's important that I express to you that this is my history. I want to do this thing because it speaks to my heart. It is a passion of mine to be able to be there for other women who have done the same things and gone the same places that I've gone. The idea of this has been in my heart and in my mind for years, ever since I learned the words childhood trauma, because I didn't know what was wrong. I knew there was something wrong with my family, for sure, but I didn't understand, right? I didn't get it. I didn't know what it was until I read a book by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk called The Body Keeps the Score. And I went, that's me. That's what that is. That was what happened. My path out of that was not through traditional therapy, although I have done some of that. But the thing that was really, really helpful to me was some of the older therapeutic methods like yoga and meditation and breath work, because it got me back in touch with my own body, which was something that I didn't even know I was missing until I ended up in a yoga class and went, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know how to do this. And it made me very present with the fact that I wasn't very present, if that makes any sense. But I didn't come here to tell you about that part of my story. What I wanted to tell you about today was something that was true for me. And I think it's probably what, in some sense, saved me, because I always felt, as a young child anyway, that I had a very safe place to be. And that safe place for me was up in a mulberry tree in my backyard. Now mulberry bushes are things that you see, and they're small and they're not, they're thin and not much. But this mulberry tree was big, it was old, and it was pretty easy to climb, and I was a tomboy, so I didn't have any problem climbing that tree. But it had like a division in the center, and it went in three main big trunks, and you could climb up into those. Mulberry trees are really wonderful because when they are in full bloom, the leaves are very large and the branches kind of intertwine and intersect. So the tree held me when I climbed up into that tree. The tree branches were like a net that I was laying in, and I felt completely safe. I also felt invisible because the leaves are very large, and nobody could see me when I was up in the tree. Nobody knew. My mom would come out calling for me, and if I was up in the tree, she couldn't see that I was there. She didn't know. She'd go off in the yard looking for me somewhere else. Couldn't find me because I was hiding there and I was safe there. The tree also fed me because mulberries are delicious and I used to love to eat them. So I had food, I had a safe space, and I was hidden from any danger. And that tree has always been a representative to me of what it's like to really feel secure and okay, because that's how I felt when I was there. So over my lifetime of family trauma with my parents, with my father, and relationship trauma in multiple marriages and relationships that didn't end up in marriage, thank God. What I relied on was that sense of safety that I knew was there because it was always there for me as a child. And that tree was the first representation that I ever had of a power greater than myself, as some spiritual connection to something that was bigger than me. And I wanted to share that with you because I wanted you to understand that it's possible. That all we have to do is find something that gives us that sense of safety. Not probably a person, but some place, some mindset, some peaceful garden, some beautiful book, some fabulous piece of music, something that comes and speaks to our heart that says, oh, this is it. And you'll know it when you find it, but you have to know to look for it too. So I'm going to suggest to you today that when you're out in the world and you're doing the things that you're doing, look for that place, look for that safe space, because that safe space will always be there. Even if you are not anywhere near that space anymore, it'll still be there in your heart.